Hello viewers, welcome to UN College Digital class. In today's class, I am going to discuss about function call in C++. I will also discuss about the different types of function call. Those are call by value, call by address and call by reference. Let's start. In any programming language, function refers to a group of statements which is used to basically do a specific type of task. Okay. In C++ also, a function is a group of statements that is given a name and which can be called from some point of the program. Now we will discuss the syntax of defining a function. Actually, there are two different types of function, library function and user defined function. In this class, I am going to discuss about the user defined function. If you are acquainted with C programming, then you must know about the function and the type of function and what is the syntax of defining a function. Here I am going to explain all those again. Okay. The function can be defined as the return type, name of the function and parameter, then statements. Now we will discuss in detail. Here the type is the type of the value returned by the function. Name is the identifier by using which we can identify the function, just like a variable. If you want to take a variable, then you have to use the name of the variable, okay, so that you can identify the variable. Similarly, a function can be identified by using the name of the function. Then parameter. What is the meaning of parameter? Suppose you want to perform some task on the basis of the values which you need to pass into the function. Those are called as parameter. Each parameter consists of a type followed by an identifier, with each parameter being separated from the next by a comma. For example, suppose you want to pass two values int a and int b. Then you have to write int a comma int b. In this way you can pass multiple parameters to a function. Now we will discuss what is the purpose of passing parameter. The purpose of parameter is to allow passing arguments to the function from the location where it is called from. Okay. Now we will discuss about statement. Statement is the function body. It is a block of statement surrounded by braces. Actually, statement represents what the function needs to do. Now we will take one example, and here I will explain that what are the statements and what are the function. Here I have used one example, int sum and int main. Two functions are used here. In the int main we have used int x, int y and int z. X consists of 5, y value is 3 and z value is 2. Okay. Then int a is equal to sum x comma y comma z. When we are using the statement and when the statement will be executed, at that time control will go to which location? Function. The function we have used here int sum, int a comma int b comma int c. It means that what value we are passing 5, 3, 2, those will be placed with a, b, c. And inside sum we have used one variable, that is add equal to a plus b plus c. It means that 5 plus 3 plus 2. Now add value is 10, return add. It means that now the value will be returned 10, which will be stored with s. S is what? S is the one memory location inside main, and when we will display cout s, we will get output 10. Okay, here I have used one diagrammatic representation. Here you can see that inside main we have used x, y, z, and inside sum we have used a, b, c. What values or what variables we have used inside main x, y, z, those are called as actual parameter, and the variable which we have used in the sum function, those are called as formal parameters. Okay, so I hope you must clear about the parameters and the type of parameters also. Now the function body. int sum. In the int sum function we have used the statement int add equal to a plus b plus c, then return add inside opening brace and closing brace. All these are the function body, or this is the function body which represents exactly what to do. Till now we have discussed about what is the meaning of a function, what is the way you can define a function, and also what is the meaning of parameter, what is the meaning of return type, etc. Now we will discuss about very interesting and important aspect of C++, that is in which different ways you can pass parameters to a function, you can pass arguments to a function. Okay, there are three different ways. Those are call by value, call by address, and call by reference. First of all, we will discuss about call by value. In call by value, value being passed to the function is locally stored by the function parameter in stack memory location. It means that suppose you are using call by value approach, whatever value you are passing to the function, if you are changing those values, then the value in the original location will not be affected. It here also I have represented the same thing. If we change the value of a function parameter in call by value approach, it is changed for the current function only. It will not change the value of the variable inside the caller method. Okay. Here I have used one example to explain call by value. Here the program is as include IOStream using namespace std void fon int data. It is the function declaration. Int main, inside int main we have used one data. The value of the data is 10. Then we are passing the parameter, that is data, to the fon function. It means that here we are calling the fon function. When we are calling the fon function, the control will enter to the fon function part. Now we will come to the fon function part, and in the fon function we are just changing the data value by data equal to data plus 10. It means that now the data value will be 20, and when we will display the data value inside the fon function, we will get output 20, and after returning, then we will return to the main function. Why? Because there is no more coding and we have to return. If you will write the return statement, then you will return. If you will not write the return statement, then by default you will return in case of void. Okay, then when after returning to the main, when you will display cout value inside main data, you will get 10. Why? Because the variable inside the main and the variable data inside fon are totally two different variable. The any operation you are performing on data inside fon, that will not affect to the value inside main. Okay, it is the concept of call by value. Now we will discuss about call by address in C++. What happens in call by address? Original value can be modified, or original value is modified because we pass address. Okay, exactly what happens in call by address? Here the address of the value is passed in the function. So actual and formal arguments share the same address space. Okay, what is the exact difference between call by value and call by address? In case of call by value, the memory location of the original function and the memory location of the called function are different. Okay, they don't share the same address space, which happens in case of call by address. So whatever changes you will made in the function, that will affect in the to the original memory location. Now here I have used one example to explain the call by address concept. Has include IOStream using namespace std void fon int pointer a. Okay, pointer a equal to pointer a plus 10. Actually the star symbol is pronounced as pointer, and at some cases the star symbol is pronounced as value at. Here we will use the term value at. Value at a equal to value at a plus 10. Then cout value inside the fon, we are displaying the value. Here this is the explanation of fon function. Now we will come to the main function. Inside main function we have used one data, and initially the data value is 10. Then we are passing the data address to the phone function by using the statement phone. Inside the bracket ampersand data, ampersand represent the address, and when this particular statement will be executed, we will enter to the phone function, and inside phone function we are just changing the value as value at a equal to value at a plus 10, and when we will display inside the phone function, we will get value 20. Okay, because original value was 10 and we have incremented by adding the value with 10. Then we will return to the main function. When we will return to the main function, we will display the value again inside the main function as cout value inside the main data, and here we will get output 20. So here it is clearly visible that as we are passing address instead of value, so whatever operation we are performing, whatever updation we will perform inside the phone function, that will reflect to the variable inside the main function, so we will get updated value. Now we will discuss about call by reference, which is very interesting one. In this method, exactly what happens? In this method, separate dummy variables are not created. A reference of an already existing variable is passed to the method. It means that in call by value, one separate variable is created inside the function. Similarly, in the call by address, pointer variable is used. But in case of call by reference, there is no dummy variable. Okay, this reference points to the same memory location, hence separate copies are not meant in the memory. It means that here we are just using a reference to the existing location. We are not creating any new location. The important point to note here is that the changes made in the reference variable are reflected in the dummy variable also, and also in the original location, because it represents the same memory location. Here only we are using two names. Hence, value changed inside the function is reflected inside as well as outside of the function. Now we will discuss exactly what is the meaning of reference variable. Actually, it is also a very popular question in C++. What do you mean by reference variable? Here I have used one example so that you will be clear. Int a equal to 10, int ampersand b equal to a. Ampersand b, this is the way to declare a reference variable. Okay, here b is a reference variable. These variables do not occupy any memory space of its own, therefore it shares the memory of the already allocated variable. It means that suppose you have used a variable, the name of the variable is a, and you are creating a reference to a, suppose that is b. B is not a separate memory location. B is the memory location. B is the name which refer to the same memory location. In other words, B shares the memory of A. When the programmer changes the actual variable, the reference variable also reflects the change. If the programmer changes A, it reflects B, and if he changes B, then A will use the same new value of B. Likewise, reference variable help to save memory, obviously. Now here I have used one example diagrammatic representation so that you will be clear. Int a equal to 10. When you are writing int a equal to 10, the memory will be allocated in this way. The memory location name is a and the value is 10. Okay. Then the next one is when you are writing int ampersand b equal to a, what happens exactly? B refers to the same memory location. Okay, but in case of call by value, call by address, everywhere we are just using other memory location. Here in case of reference variable, no extra memory is used. In this way it saves memory. Now here I am using a program to explain the call by reference concept. Okay, in order to understand call by reference, we should need to know what is reference variable. For that reason, I was explaining about reference variable. Now the program has include IOStream using namespace std, void font int ampersand a. We know that whenever you will see such type of writing, it means that it is a reference variable and it is pointing to something else, some other variable. Then inside font we are just changing the value of a and displaying the value of a, that's all. In the main method, what we have done, we have used one variable int data equal to 10. Then we are passing data to the font function, but exactly here we are not using call by value concept, call by address concept. Here we are using call by reference. So for that reason, when the function call will enter to the function part, int ampersand a, another variable name only will be created, a, and a will refer to the same memory location, that is data. Okay, it means that in this program we have used a memory location data and we are using another reference to data, that is a. Then inside the font we are changing the a value and we will get output 20 inside the font function. When we will return to the main, we will get the value 20 here because it is call by reference concept, and in call by reference whatever changes you will made inside the function, that will reflect to the memory location of the original function also. This is all about the concept of call by reference. Now I am going to explain the difference in between call by address and call by reference, because in case of call by value it is very simple one, but call by address and call by reference are very similar in nature because they both refer to address, but they are having some differences. Let's discuss on their differences. In the call by address, what happens? The programmer passes the addresses of the actual argument to the formal parameters, while in the call by reference, the programmer passes the reference of the actual argument to the formal parameter. What is the meaning of this? The meaning is that in case of call by address, what happens? The address will be passed as parameters to the function. Okay, it means that suppose you have used int a, then in the function and you are passing address of a, let the address is something 1090 in this way, then you are passing the address. But in case of call by reference, what happens? You are not passing the value, you are not passing the address, you are just passing the reference. Okay, reference meaning is that it is not taking any extra memory location, it is using the same memory location with a different name. Then the next difference is that in the call by address, what happens? The memory is allocated for both actual arguments and formal parameters. Okay, obviously because you have to create the memory location for the first time, then when you will pass the address, pointer variable is created. It means that 2 times memory is occupied. But in case of call by reference, the memory is allocated only for actual arguments and formal parameters share that memory. What I have discussed earlier, that in case of call by reference, no extra memory location is created, it uses the same memory. In this class, we have discussed about what is the meaning of function, about call by value, call by address and call by reference. If you have any doubt, then please write to me in the comment box so that I can clear your doubt. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great time.